Yo, what is good everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. And in this video, I want to just have a discussion about the Michael Jackson biopic that is potentially coming out in October of this year, 2025. But now, there's so much speculation and so much rumors about this movie that I don't know what the heck is going on with it. And I've been very in tune with this movie, so I just want to go over everything, give my thoughts, because I actually haven't made a video really about Michael Jackson in a cool minute. So any of the NJ community watching this who are coming back from watching my old videos, what's up y'all? It's been a minute. I said I would only come back to talk about the biopic, and there's so much stuff going on with the biopic right now that's not really the best, but I'm gonna talk about it, go over it, and we're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, if you guys want to help support the channel, then please like, comment, and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. I also have an Instagram and a TikTok. The links will be in the description. You guys can go follow those up to help to go support. And yeah, let's get straight into the BS. So first off, if anyone's watching this who doesn't really know, so there is a Michael Jackson biopic supposed to be coming out titled Michael that is supposed to come out in actually April 17th of 2025, but now has gotten pushed back to October 3rd, 2025. Their reasoning was because of the Oscars and they wanted to do it for the award season, but now it's looking like there's a lot more problems behind the scenes and a lot more rumors going on, and I would like to talk about them and see if any of these rumors have any merit to them. And I'm just want to discuss about the biopic because I've been very in tune. Shout out to my brother, he wanted me to shout him out. We've been very much in tune with this movie, and I was going to make a video about the biopic when a trailer got released, because it would have been the most smartest thing to do is to drop a video about the movie when a trailer comes out. But there has been no trailer, not a poster, not a picture, not anything about this movie, and a lot of fans are getting very desperate, getting very scared that the movie will get delayed again. And with a lot of these rumors, it seems like that's the case. So let's go into it. So around January of this year, there was a news article by, I believe his name was Matthew Bellioni. If I'm wrong, I screenshotted the entire article. So an article saying that the Michael Jackson biopic, the reason why it got delayed from April to October was because the entire third act of the movie had to be reshot because of a legal issue. And if you guys didn't know, Michael Jackson, he had allegations in 1993 that he touched a little kid named Jordan Chandler, and there was a settlement a year later. I'm not gonna get into the logistics of everything because I know a lot more than I can say, but I'm just trying to get to the general stuff. There was a settlement for roughly estimated about $20 million. Does not make him guilty though. But apparently in the settlement, the Chandler family said that they do not want their son or their story dramatized in any possible way in any coming movie, TV show, or anything like that. I'm not sure if that was established after Michael died or when the settlement actually happened, but all we know is that there was a settlement. There was something there. So there was an issue with the biopic, allegedly, where the entire third act of the movie was about the 1993 allegation. And obviously, if you just do the math, if they can't use the person who's mainly talked about in the third act of the movie, that's pretty bad. So they're saying that the entire third act, or this Matthew Bellioni guy, is saying that the entire third act of the movie has to be entirely reshot. And that's what was causing the delay, and it could get delayed more. So when everyone's first seen this, it was posted by credible Twitter pages. It was posted a lot, and a lot of people took it as fact, and it obviously can be true, but we also have to state the facts that Matthew Bellioni guy, he is very anti-Michael Jackson. He does not like Michael Jackson. He makes a lot of negative press about Michael Jackson, and he also said months ago that he had a script of the movie and showed it to the people who made a certain documentary that I'm not going to promote. Basically always makes negative press about Michael Jackson, so he's not really the most credible source. And also a lot of these sources and a lot of the things that is said in the article didn't really make sense, and up to this point we have still not seen any leaks and any information that could possibly say that the entire third act of the movie would have to be completely reshot. So that's the first thing that came out. So now today, as I'm recording this, there's been a new report posted by Deadline, Variety, a lot of credible pages saying that Lionsgate is now starting to deliberate with each other, seeing if the movie is going to be split up into two parts, which is one thing that has been kind of rumored around. A lot of fans wanted it to be a long series. We knew that the movie was going to be very long, but in the article, they're saying that the cut of the movie right now is roughly around 4 hours, which is a lot for a movie, and that the Lionsgate is deliberating or basically deciding on if they're going to make this movie one full 4-hour movie or they're going to split it up into two parts. I'm going to give my opinion on what they feel like they should do later, but I just want to go over the logistics of all the issues that are going on or rumors around this movie. Then also, CinemaCon just happened April 1st, and a lot of the fans did get April Fools because there was no information confirmation, no update about the biopic at all. And it was a little bit frustrating for a lot of the fans. Me, I kind of expected disappointment, so I wasn't as affected with it. And we haven't got anything anyway, so it's kind of just going along the line. But we didn't get anything, and all they said is that updates are coming very, very soon. They didn't show nothing, so people are like, oh no, the movie's getting delayed, it's over, guys. And now that with this report that come out today saying that they're deliberating about making it 2 parts, it actually makes sense why they didn't show nothing, because why would you show a trailer or teaser for a movie if you're still wondering if it's gonna be 1 movie to promote or you're gonna have to promote 2 movies? So if this report is true, obviously everything's rumored until there's official confirmations, which it seems like we're going to get confirmations in the next coming weeks. A lot of fans, a lot of pages were not posting that even though they did not show any new footage, they still said there's going to be updates in the coming weeks, so we are going to see. And I feel like the updates now are probably going to be the trailer and it's going to be just the movie, or they're going to announce that it is going to be 2 movies and they're going to have to announce another release date for another movie. Pull a Wicked and do a 2-parter, which, like I said, I'll give my opinion on that prospect real soon. But yeah, so I believe that's basically all the issues with the movie. Also, there's a lot of things saying that the production is in complete turmoil and obviously legal issues, just a lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes with the biopic, or if that's what the media, that's what the articles are trying to make it seem. I was not going to make a video. I was going to let this slide. I was just going to go along and wait for a trailer, but now it's gone to a point where there's so much information, so much rumors, so much craziness happening. And I guess since I have a lot of videos that are very popular in the Michael Jackson space, I guess I have a right, to talk about it. And I can also talk about the good stuff that I've heard about the biopic as well, that a lot of people just don't like to bring up. But first, let me get into my opinion of the movie being split up into 2 parts. I personally do not think it's a good idea, and this is the reason why. A lot of fans want to see a mini series, a full series, but maybe fans might be excited about a movie, or the movie being split up into 2 parts, or 2 movies, 2 separate movies. But me personally, the movie has to cater to the fans, obviously, of the artist, the fans of the people, but it also has to cater to the casual. And most people, when they think of Michael Jackson, they think of the moonwalk, they think of Thriller, they think of the music videos, they think of Jackson 5, they think of the iconic stuff. So if you're gonna do a 2-part movie, and the first part of the movie will probably be from Jackson 5 to probably 1993 when the first allegations happened, then you have a second movie that goes from 93 on to 2009. There's a lot more negativity, a lot more BS going on in the second part that I feel like just would not be as entertaining to fans, maybe not fans, it's to casuals, and to gravitate towards it. I feel like if Lionsgate wants the best possible box office, they should just drop the 4-hour cut, because I was already anticipating this movie to be very long. I feel like a lot of people were already anticipating the movie to be very long, because at the last CinemaCon, they already were saying that the movie is going to be very long. 4 hours is kind of crazy, but Oppenheimer was like 3 hours long. The Avatar movie felt like it was, the second Avatar movie was like 3 hours and 30 minutes, or it felt that long. I feel like long movies now is kind of the standard. Obviously 4 hours is a lot of time, but I feel like people would know with Michael Jackson, if you're gonna do a movie from birth to death, when there's so much stuff happening, the Jackson 5, Jacksons, and then you have to go to his solo career, Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad. There's so much iconic, there's so much stuff you gotta stuff in there. Then you get to the allegations, where you got a lot of stuff to explain, a lot of stuff to talk about, to show people the real truth, the real stuff going on with Michael Jackson. There's a lot of stuff you gotta show. So I would expect the movie to be long. If the movie was 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'll be like, what are we doing here? Like, you are easily just skipping over stuff. But from what we've heard from cast members and stuff, it's a very in-depth, intimate story, a very breaking down the character, the human of Michael Jackson, which I really am happy for. And from what I've heard is that Jafar Jackson, who's Michael Jackson's nephew, plays him phenomenally. He mimics him perfectly, down to the dance moves, down to the mannerisms, down to everything. Obviously, we have to wait to see, because he is not an actor, so he can imitate him as much in real life. On a screen, is it going to be believable that I'm watching it? I'm like, okay, that's Michael Jackson right there. It's like Jamie Foxx when he's playing Ray Charles in the movie. I'm like, that's Ray Charles. Austin Butler, he doesn't even look like Elvis like that. I watched that movie, that's Elvis right there. Like, can Jafar do that? We'll see. But we're hearing that it's very, very good. We haven't heard anything really negative about the actual footage that is shown of the movie so far, but it's just a lot of turmoil behind the scenes. But to end my point, I don't think that a cut of the movie to make it 2 is the smartest idea. Editing Amari here, so I actually want to go back on my statement. I do still think that a 4-hour version of the movie would probably be the best way for an experience for casuals, mainly, but I now, after thought about it over a week, I can actually see the positives of a two-part movie because one, there's so much stuff you gotta get into the story of Michael Jackson. So with two separate movies, they will be able to actually add in extra scenes that maybe they couldn't have added because the movie was already piling up to 4 hours. So now they can maybe add extra scenes to add more context, more fuller live performances, more songs can be added. If the first movie does good, which I feel like the first movie will do $1 billion anyways, the second movie, I personally just still do not feel like the second movie will do better or do as good as the first part, because I feel like the first part will have more iconic moments. But if the first part does good and the second part does good, it has the chance to make more money than one movie can make. So I can see the better incentives in that. I'm fine with that. Obviously, I'm not a movie executive, so maybe a 4-hour movie dropping in theaters would be a bad idea, but I feel like there's so much hype in the fan base, regardless of how long the movie is. I feel like the movie's gonna do very good, and casuals will enjoy it because it's gonna have the iconic moments. It's gonna have everything. Everything's gonna be stacked into one big package, and it's just going to be good, and it's going to explain a lot of stuff. It's going to explain what really happened in these allegations. And speaking about that, if I can get into the first part of the video when I was talking about the article saying that the whole third act had to be reshot, what's my opinion on that? I've seen a lot of video. A lot of people just completely believe it. I'm not saying I don't 100% not believe it, because there's obviously, I'm not in the movie studio. I'm not on set. I'm not in these studio rooms. But the dude who made the article, the only person who made the article, he's a very anti-Michael Jackson person, and it has been a couple months now, and there has been no set photos. If the whole third act of the movie needed to be reshot, this is hypothetically, if the movie was going to end in 1993, which still doesn't make sense because the whole movie was supposed to go from birth to death. So the only reason why that would make sense is if they already were planning on splitting into two parts, and they're going to make the first movie about all the way up to 93, and then all the other stuff. But that's not what was the plan. That seems like that was a plan that's starting now because of how big the movie is. And if they have to reshoot it, I feel like we could have got some set leaks, because we already seen set leaks of the Thriller music video. We've seen many set photos of Jafar. We've seen many set photos of even Jackson 5 stuff, like of them outside. We've seen a lot of that stuff. And the third act is going to end in 1993. Where possibly could this first part of the movie end? At the end of Bad, maybe? Bad era? But I don't really understand that side of it. So that's why I really don't believe it, because one, in the article, if there was a legal issue with this certain person about these certain allegations, right? And it was all on the fault of Michael Jackson's estate and John Branco, who's the leader or whatever, the leader of the estate. If that was really the issue, and he helped write the script, he was there, he helped write it, he was there deliberating with the people to write the script. If you knew that you had a deal in place where you can't talk about these people, why would you make it the core of your movie? That just is dumb as fuck. That is just dumb, right? And then in the article, you're saying that you're hiding that you knew it all along until the end of the situation, where now you're like,
oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, we can't talk about them, so you guys gotta reshoot your movie. Sorry, guys.
I get it. The fans can be funny, like the estate is trash, but they're not this stupid. I can't, like, there's no way a estate can be this dumb. And I could be completely wrong, and it really could be the dumbest motherfuckers in history. That really could be the possibility. But I'm just gonna take the benefit of the doubt and think that they're not that dumb. A lawyer, John Branco is a lawyer, and you don't know the deals you have in place for specific people? There's no way you write in the script, you in there talking to him about Michael, telling him what he was as a person, and they get to that part, and you're like, you don't remember in your head, you hear the person, you don't remember in your head that you made a deal where you can't talk about him in a movie? Like, come on. Like, you gotta, there's no way you're that, I'm not gonna say the word, but restart it. You can figure out what I'm trying to say. There's no way you're that dumb. So that's why I personally just don't really believe that is true. I just don't believe that they're gonna be that stupid enough for that to happen. And we still have not got no update on if that is true or not. So now that's just always up in the air. And anyone who brings up the movie is always gonna talk about how the whole third act need to be reshot. But we don't even know if that's true, because we don't even know if the third act is gonna be there. But why would the third act be in 1993 if they said the movie is gonna be from birth to death? He didn't die in 1993. He died in 2009. So we still have a whole lot. We still got History Era. We still got Invincible. We still got This Is It. We still got him being a father with his kids. We still got that stuff to be in the movie. But I guess in this article, they're saying that is not going to be in the movie, which is really stupid if that's the case. Why would you promote it as being birthed from death and all this bullshit if that's not the case? So I don't know. There's so much rumors around with the movie, and with no trailer or teaser or picture or anything coming out official official, these rumors can just run and swirl around, and it's just too much, man. The fan base is in absolute shambles right now. They're in absolute crash out mode. You could go under any post under JK Films Instagram. I bet there's a lot of people sending death threats over this damn movie. It's just a movie, guys. We could calm down, but it was my most anticipated movie of the year. But now, I don't even know if it's coming out this year. Like, I don't know what's going on. But if it does get delayed, it makes sense because it seems like there's so much BS going on behind the scenes that if it does get delayed, I guess. But I'm not gonna move off of my October 3rd, 2025 date. I'm not gonna move off of that until something official comes out. Like I said, they said they're gonna be updated in the next coming weeks, and I think it's going to be them announcing if it's gonna be one movie, two movies, a trailer's gonna drop. We gonna need something, because I personally don't really care if we get a trailer. Like, I want a trailer, obviously, but I just want confirmation, official confirmation that the movie is coming out at a time. Like, I don't care about a trailer. Just tell me the movie's coming out and stay on that date, please. We already had April. Now we have October. Now this shit's in the air. Like, you niggas are throwing up lobs for what we're gonna do. I don't get it, man. This is becoming so crazy. All the rumors makes it where it's just this cloud of uncertainty with it, which I feel like before January, we were chilling. We're like, all right, we got October coming up. They just delaying it for the award season. We're chilling. We are fine. Let's move on. We could wait till October. This is about to be a phenomenal movie. Now, with these articles coming out, everything, making it seem like this movie is in complete shambles. Like, this movie's in a Snow White situation right now. Like, this movie about to flop. This shit's about to be bad, which I don't think this movie's gonna flop regardless. I feel like if the movie is good, if Jafar's plays Michael Jackson great, and they have the moments that are in there, and the trailer's good, this movie's gonna do good regardless. Even if it's a two-parter, I feel like a second part where it's gonna be mainly like allegations and stuff that people really aren't as nostalgic with, like History Era and Invincible, like other than fans, I feel like that movie wouldn't do that good. But I feel like if they want to make the most amount of money, drop that 4-hour movie, call it a major event, drop a trailer, and that shit can make over $1 billion easily. Michael Jackson is the most famous human being literally probably in history, and a movie is one of the great ways to show that. And like I said, most of the people who've seen the footage said it's really good, so I don't understand what's this issue. But if the reason why they didn't show anything at CinemaCon is because of them trying to deliberate if they're gonna make it one part or two parts, that makes 100% sense. That makes a lot more clarity to the fans to be like, okay, that makes a lot of sense, because they don't even know if they're gonna make it one movie or two movies, so how are they gonna promote it? But I really hope that, one, we stay on the October date, it doesn't get delayed. Two, that these reshoots, BS and stuff is capped, and I feel like it is, because nothing of Jafar is literally probably just chilling. We've seen him, all these fans who are OD and get every single freaking angle of pictures of everything that this motherfucker does, and he's chilling, he's living life. I don't know where in the world he could be doing major reshoots for an entire third act of a movie if he's just living life. I could possibly be wrong and he hasn't done it yet, but one Lionsgate person, allegedly, this is allegedly because I don't know if that article is lying. It's so much lies now. They said that the reshoots are happening in March. It is April 2nd, and there has not been a single set photo, a set leak. I feel like Neverland would need to be in the third act, right? Hasn't been anything. That's what makes me feel like probably some bullshit. I feel like they just add that shit on. I really do not know. I don't, that's what the problem. I don't know anymore. I don't know. The fans are going crazy over here. But all I'm saying to any fans who actually stick to the end of this video, I appreciate it, and just hold out patience, because the movie will eventually come out unless they completely cancel it, which I don't feel like it's going to happen. Just be patient. I personally still do feel like a trailer is going to come out late April, mid-May, if the movie's still coming out in October. If it's not, then obviously I don't know when. But obviously it seems like we're getting an update in the next coming weeks. That could be a trailer, and the trailer could show that it's going to be two parts. You never know. So that's the end of this video, going over all the BS of this Michael Jackson biopic, and maybe going over it if anyone hasn't really known about it, because that's the problem. It's like, this should be one of the most hyped movies of the year, and nobody really knows about it. No one really knows about it other than Michael Jackson fans and people who have been to CinemaCon and know about this stuff. No one really knows that a Michael Jackson biopic is being made, and that's really is disappointing, because it should be one of the most hyped movies of the year. Up there with Avatar, up there with Lilo and Stitch, up there with the Superman movie, up there with Fantastic Four. It should be up there, but we haven't got anything. So we're gonna pray and hope to God that everything is going good with the movie, it doesn't get delayed, and that we get a trailer end of April, middle of May. But I hope that, yeah, so that's the end of this video. It's more on a long rant. Hopefully anyone stuck around to the end of this video. If you did enjoy this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, to end this video, Lionsgate, Graham King, Anton Fuqua, Jafar, please, can we just get some good news, please? Because it just been bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news with this movie. This movie could be really, really good, and I really want to watch it. So hopefully we get something soon. And yeah, that's the end of this, and I will talk to y'all, or I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.